Hi there, welcome to Retro Tarot, and I'm here to do a reading for the sign of, of Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising. If Gemini is in your chart, birth chart, this may be your reading. Remember that tarot is about energy. So men and women both have masculine and feminine energy. So remember, we are also reading for a large collective of people, so this may be your reading. It may not. Some of this may resonate, and some of it won't. Okay, so take it as you may. Also, remember that if this isn't your reading, go ahead and like, share, subscribe so that you can see other readings to see if they do fit your story. You can also reach out to me in the description where you can get my email and get a personal reading. Personal readings are more direct energy to what's going on in your timeline and not so much the whole entire collective of Gemini. Okay? All right, so let's jump into it. Today, I felt inclined to use the Pride Tarot, a collective deck. And it's got a bunch of different people have done the illustrations. They are very beautiful, very, it's just magnificent, okay? But the one I did pull for the past, the Ten of Swords, it's a little, I think it's beautifully done, but it may offend some people. It may not pass the YouTube guidelines, so I went ahead and covered it, but I'll just tell you a little bit. It's her chest is open up and pretty much her heart is being ripped out by little demons. Okay. So it is very intense, and it may be offensive or just grotesque for some people. So I went ahead and covered it. But let me go ahead and go over the cards. I did pray and shuffle the cards to get a reading for Gemini. In the past, we have the Ten of Swords. In this depiction, it looks more feminine to me, but when I read the description of this card, and it was illustrated by Irene Lorenzi, I think that's how you pronounce it. This is an androgynous being, and you see she's kind of standing in the moon in the dark with all these swords around the moon and kind of facing in towards, I just feel it's more feminine energy. Whether you're a man or a woman watching, this is female energy. And this is the depiction of you, Gemini, just in heartache, feeling heartbroken, actually crying tears of blood. If you look closely, that's actually blood coming out of her eyes, and just being totally devastated. And if you saw underneath the post-it, her heart's literally being ripped out of her chest. 10 is completions. Like, you can't get any further betrayal. Like, it's just heartache. And it's coming to a realization that things that you thought were for you are not for you. Okay? And you feel very intense betrayal, grief, and sadness. Okay? And there may even be some anger in with that. Because as we know, anger is just an expression of a type of depression. Anger is an energy that's turned outward, but we also feel the sadness within. Okay, in the present moment, we have the Hermit in this depiction, which is wild. Okay, and the Hermit is another androgynous being that's kind of not standing up, but like emerging into this tree. That's what I read about it, with these little light creatures glowing in the dark. It's about meditation. And what I've noticed that a lot of this is about, it's time to ground yourself. Okay? Because you've been thrown off your energy, off what you know to be true and what you thought was real. But it just, the lies, the betrayal, everything that has bothered you is coming to the surface. Even though that's in the past, and now you're in the Hermit and you're doing some reflection, which is Virgo energy. It's also, this card is reminding me that we have to ground. it would be in your best interest, because you are in the Virgo energy, and that's an earth sign, to go outside and ground and meditate outside. That would be even more helpful. If you can't, that's okay, but Spirit is encouraging you to connect to the earth, because earth energy of Virgo, okay? Because the Hermit is in Virgo. Time to look inward and heal and get some perspective of what happened. Like, why did this happen for me, not to me? Okay, just get that perspective and sit with your feelings. Sit with your feelings and feel what you feel, because a lot of times we don't want to feel, so we do other things, okay? We escapism, because we don't want to be in our feelings. We don't want to admit what's happened. So some of us may gamble. Some of us may turn to alcohol or other drugs, opiates. Some of us may overeat, overindulge in social media, things of that nature. So Spirit is really encouraging you to take a deep look inside and what's happened, and reflect and ground yourself, ground your energy, because your energy is all scattered, I'm feeling. In the future, we have the Ace of Cups. In this depiction, now in the original Rider-Waite deck, you have a spirit hand coming out of the sky with a cup. No, no, that's not it. No, the Ace of Cups is a cup kind of floating in the air with some type of bird, like a dove, touching down inside of it with all this flowing water coming out of it, like 5 strands of water just kind of pouring out of this cup, okay? And what I'm getting from this card is that we also have this, I feel like this is some type of fairy light being or something, some type of interdimensional being that is of the light, of course, okay, and is just saying you've got all this love, you're starting something that is going to be very successful, that you are very new relationship. It could be a new job, something that you have a lot of love for, that just doesn't drain you and hurt you, but it also gives you this magical sense of being. Okay, and I feel like that's what this card is saying, that you're getting ready to start that in the future. But in order to do that, the obstacle is the Four of Swords. Take time to reflect what's happened, because things like this happen, and overcome this obstacle of Four of Swords. Okay, what I'm getting is that in order to achieve this, which, you know, for me, I'm a very go-getter, work a lot, I don't rest a lot, but what Spirit is saying, balance. It's all about balance. So if the obstacle is the Four of Swords, which means that you're not resting enough, you're not taking the time to reflect, and so that you can be in the hermit mode. You're just avoiding the feeling. You're avoiding the pain. You're escaping. You're overindulging. You're working. You know, I wouldn't even be surprised if we don't pull the Devil card out. It's not being able to slow down and reflect. This is rest and relaxation. Take the time to do that. Connect with nature. Remember I said connect with nature. We even have this individual under a tree with their favorite animal. Spend more time with your animals, okay? They are the very essence of the divine as well. They are here to love us, that unconditional love, and be our companions, okay? They actually help balance us. So Spirit is saying it is time to do that. You see, we got this dog looking, wow, I want to be there under that tree. That is beautiful. Okay, and that one's by Moom. me, Swan, something Swan. This is a very interesting deck. I would definitely get this. I think it's available on Amazon. I bought it at a convention out of curiosity. I just thought it was very unique. Okay. Holy Spirit, can we get a clarification about the Ten of Swords? Is there anything else you'd like to say to us about the Ten of Swords, Holy Spirit? And thank you. You worked really hard at something. Something was a lot of work. You put a lot of effort into it. It's something that you wanted to build on, to could have been a family, could have been a love interest, it could have been family members, but something just totally broke your heart and you just felt like it was just too much work. You were putting all the work in, Gemini, and they were not putting any work in at all. This is the Eight of Pentacles. See how this individual is hard at work with all these pentacles. I even see sweat coming off, dirt. A lot of work, a lot of energy, a lot of effort, and it really just drains you. And you're just like, I'm putting all this work in and I'm not getting the same in return. It's just a lack of effort, a lack of loyalty. All right, Holy Spirit, can we get a clarifying card for the Hermit? Clarifying card for the Hermit. The Chariot. Whoa. These animals look like they have breastises. I don't know if I can put that up there. That might get flagged too. We see this individual behind, the Chariot represents movement. Okay, it's time to, I feel like there's a stagnancy of this energy, that it really does need to be balanced. It is time for you to balance this and for us earth energies, I'm a Taurus, so I can vouch for to really balance with the earth is to go outside and connect with your element. Walk barefoot in the grass, go outside, talk to a tree, touch the limbs. I've done that plenty of times, and I can't tell you how amazing it felt just to be outside and just feel nature. Okay. Close to where I live is Crowder's Mountain, and there's walking trails, and it's just beautiful. Okay. Especially this time of year. It's time to get moving on this and make some changes to get grounded. Okay. Anything else about the Ace of Cups spirit? Let me cover that. I don't know about that. Okay. Holy Spirit, a clarifying card for the Ace of Cups. The Ten of Wands. Yes, in order to go into your Ace of Cups, you need to release the burdens. You need to carry these burdens away. And I keep hearing from Spirit, like, just, it's completion. We've got the Ten of Swords. We've got the Ten of Wands. It's like, pick up your burdens and do the hard work. Go within. Ground yourself. Move towards the future. Your Ace of Cups is just within reach. Okay? You've got to do the work. I just keep hearing, do the hard work. It's been a burden, and it's time to move away from it and carry these burdens off. That is a very neat depiction of the Ten of Wands. Kind of looks, I keep seeing the King of Wands. Illustrated by Dr. Frankie Dolan. Interesting. Maybe this has to do with someone who is in the King of Wands energy, a fire sign. I'm getting. Okay. Let's get an overall message for our Gemini collective, and thank you, Holy Spirit. You guys, I am kind of chewing on some gum. I have dry mouth from medicine. Okay. So just bear with me. Holy Spirit, let's get a overall message for our Gemini collective, and thank you. All right, let's see how many cards fell on the floor, and I guess we will take all those. Yes, 3 cards. All right, thank you, Spirit. They all did. I just see them all in upright, so we'll take it like that. Yes, like I said before, okay, you've got to not escape. Spirit saying watch what you're doing, because you're developing attachments, and watch out for codependency and all those things, because we can get stuck in the devil energy. This is Capricorn, illustrated by Irene Lorenzi. Another one. She also did the 10 of Swords. It's very similar. That is no coincidence that came out. Be careful that we don't keep vibrating in this low energy, because it obviously can happen because of the betrayal, the loss, the devastation, the ending of something. Okay, let's not get into that devil energy. Devil energy could be anything that's attachments. It could be addictions. It could be just low vibing behavior. Okay, that is not of your highest good and doesn't reflect your highest self. Okay, all right. Things will get balanced. See, we got Justice here. We got Justice and we got the Queen of Cups. And this is the advice. When you do something, do it out of love. Do it out of unconditional love. I feel like that's what the Queen of Cups represents here. Whether you're a man or a woman, because this person could be a man or a woman. He's just having a great time. But I see a beard, I think. I hear, act like every day's Christmas. Act like every day's, is a present, because you're in the present. Okay, live in the present. Show unconditional love. When you do things, don't do it with expectation. Do it out of love. Change your vibration. Like, just be in that higher energy. Okay, it's all about energy. What you do, what you put out is what you get back. Make that decision, okay? And things will get balanced. This will be a thing of the past, and you'll be so happy and loving. These are very positive cards. I love this. We're moving away from this. This is in the past. We don't want to go there. Yes, it's okay to do hard work, but we must, when we do hard work, who are we doing it for? Who's this hard work for? Are we being appreciated? Are we seeing the results of all this dedication? Like, okay, I'll give you an example. Like, I'm doing this tarot as a side business because I feel called to help people, but I'm also helping people in my regular occupation as a substance abuse counselor. And I enjoy both jobs, but they're both rewarding in different ways. Okay. But overall, I'm helping people, okay? So I'm enjoying the outcome of my labor. I'm not just going to work and coming home and giving all my bills to someone who is going to blow it all on drugs, alcohol, or women and cheat on me. I don't know why I brought that up, but I'll share something with you, because I feel like the more I get into tarot, the more that my story is going to help people. And I'm just sharing this a little bit because what I've done in the past, and codependency is the devil. It's devil energy, okay? It's low vibrating. When you put all your efforts and everything into someone else, another person, and they just use it vicariously, like they just carelessly abuse that power like they have, or that the love that you have for them, they're abusing it. It's like the hard work, it just seems irrelevant. Like, why am I doing all this hard work? I'm not building anything with anybody. I'm not building a strong foundation. Okay, it is it is fine to work hard. Let's do it for the divine. Let's do it for ourselves. You know, and in the process, we are helping other people, but we also have to rest. This has to happen in order to receive the Ace of Cups. It's a balance. I'm really feeling inclined to say that, and I did share some of my story with you, but it's so true. It's so true. And just because we become spiritual, we become more connected to the divine, doesn't mean that we don't work hard. You still work hard, but you're working hard because you have love for yourself and you have love for the divine. That's why you're working so hard. And then when you have that, you love other people. You don't deal with that negative devil energy. Even though you love people, you can love them from a distance, but you're still going to be who you are and work hard. Okay? All right, I'm going to get off my soapbox. Okay? That was a lot of information. Okay? I hope this helps. If this is your reading, I'm feeling strongly to guide you to contact me for a personal. Okay? Because this feels like someone needs a message. Okay? And it's I'm not doing this to gain income and stuff. I really feel like someone needs help. So reach out. We can work something out. I'm not here to just take your money, but I'm really feeling like somebody needs the help. And I'm hoping that this message helps someone and guides them in the right direction. Okay? All right. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll come back and we'll get back on track, and we'll see where this goes in a few weeks. Gemini, remember that the zodiac readings are monthly. But also, you can watch the collective readings. That'll be for everyone. There's always a good message in there. Okay. Also, in the description, there are links to other readers, who are amazing. If my readings don't, I would suggest to go watch them. Okay? All right. I love you guys. I hope this helps. And I just felt like, hopefully I got the message across the way Spirit wanted it to be. Okay? All right. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.